podcast name later to be determined, because that's probably not what it's going to be by the time we leave TV. TBD. I'm your co-host, Reggie.
And I guess I'm the co-host. I don't know.
Yeah, co-host, host. I don't know. We're doing this together. I don't know how it works sometimes, but know that that's Gilly.
No. See, that
Okay.
name is reserved for a few people.
Oh, it's reserved
for people.
So what are we going by?
I mean, because if you didn't go to school with us, you can't call me Gilly or Gil. So you didn't go to school with us.
Okay.
So you got to call me Jamal. You got to call me Jamal. So
you gotta call him Jamal.
Yeah. Now, if you went to school with me,
then
you get the Gil or the Gilly. You get that.
You get the Gil to the Gilly. Yeah. So yeah, that's Jamal. I'm Reggie. You know what I mean? Reginald or a little. I wouldn't say a little background. I don't know. Where can we? We'll start off sports. We'll start off with your history of sports. What's your teams?
Oh,
what's your squads? Why are they your squads? And then we'll jump into it after that.
Well, you know.
Oh my God, this man.
So, no. My teams are start with what's popular right now. Basketball's popular right now, so I'm a Bulls fan.
Right. Too bad y'all aren't in the playoffs. It's okay
though. We could be. You see, Washington's in there, and they're not doing anything, so that could be us. But okay. I'm a Bears fan, of course. I'm a White Sox fan for baseball. College hoops, Carolina all day. That's pretty much it. If the team is in Chicago,
you're rocking with them.
I rock with them. So
you rock with them. All right. Okay. Me wise, it's I'm all over the place.
Yeah, I can tell with that Jazz head on.
No, look, I rock. Okay, look, yes, I'm not a Jazz fan, but I get hats just because I love hats. The only two hats that I don't have and I will never own is a LA Lakers hat, a Los Angeles Dodgers hat, and a New York Yankees hat. Those are the three hats I will never wear in my life.
What's wrong with
LA, No. Fuck the Dodgers. I'm a Giants fan. I'm a San Francisco Giants fan when it comes to baseball. So we don't fuck with that team down I-5. So
okay.
F all them Dodger fans. Basketball, I don't know. Basketball's changed so much for me. Because, I mean, of course, growing up in the 90s, everybody was a Bulls fan.
Right.
And then I think it was in 96 or 97. It might have been 97 when Marbury got drafted. And then I became a Timberwolves fan because of Kevin Garnett. So when the Timberwolves beat the Bulls for like the first time ever in their history, like I got excited, like I was hyped. And this is when it was 97. It was the year the Bulls won 72 games, and I got hyped for Minnesota winning. And I was like, damn, I guess I'm a Timberwolves fan. And Kevin Garnett's been my favorite player, so
right.
I'd say the Timberwolves. And then when he went to Boston, of course, I think that was just because I'm a KG fan. So I'd say the Timberwolves is my team for basketball. I rock with the Timberwolves, even though we suck. Like we're
right.
fucking.
But
hopefully he buys the team. We're trash.
No. But that's the thing about basketball now. You got shorter contracts, so your favorite players are jumping from team to team to team. So you got to root. So that's the thing about basketball. So I find that hard too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I root for like a couple years ago. No, it was last year. I was rooting for year before last. I was rooting for Toronto. Just because I like Kawhi. I like Kawhi and I like Kyrie. So I like them guys, Not like Steph, because he's from Charlotte, So I gotta look for the Warriors.
Boy. Yeah, facts. So. Yeah, I think basketball changed a lot since the 90s. And then, of course, when it comes to football, it's Niner gang all the way. So San Francisco, Bay Area. I pull for anybody, and then when it comes to sports, I'll pull for anybody in NorCal. Like if the Kings are playing, I'm pulling for the Kings. If the Warriors playing, I'm pulling for the Warriors. I won't pull. That's another hat I won't get or represent is Oakland. Oakland A's. Well, I got an A's hat.
I'm about to
Oakland
say,
Raiders.
don't you got an A's hat?
But I won't do the Oakland Raiders. I won't do the Oakland. Well, the Las Vegas Raiders now. I won't do that hat neither. I'm really big on like rivals. Like, if my squad hates you, we ain't. I don't vibe with you at all. And then of course college is college basketball. Of course is Carolina all day. Yeah, and then college football, I'd go. I'm USC for my West Coast, and then Miami for the East Coast.
I used to be big into college football, but now it's just like.
Well, that's because we was heavy into the NCAA football in college.
Right.
We was playing that shit heavily. Every night we was playing that game. Yeah, we used to play NCAA college football heavily.
Look, if they ever get it straightened out.
They're not, bro. Face it. It's not, man.
They got to make it work, man. They got to make it work.
They do. I don't think it's ever gonna happen again.
Man, I've started to buy a PlayStation 2. Just to get that game again. Just to get it again and play it.
Well, if I get the PS5, I'm probably gonna get that. I'll probably end up getting NCAA football because it can play backward games. Yeah,
that was the best. I think that was the best football game ever made.
Yeah. Hands down. No. Yeah, NCAA football was fire. Yeah.
So, but if I had to pick a college, if I had to pick a college football team, it'd be Oregon. It'd be Oregon Ducks.
Yeah, you did pick Oregon a lot back then too.
Yeah,
you did. Yeah.
I just like the style of play. The fast style of play just gets me. I like that. Yeah.
I like their jerseys. They got the cleanest jerseys in college. Yeah.
You gotta look good. Look
good. Facts. So what's your take on this whole before we get into the NBA, because we know the NBA got they're situated, and we'll get into the discussion why the NBA is flourishing right now compared to the NFL and baseball. Hockey is flourishing too. Hockey's doing the damn thing too with their bubble. So we'll talk about those two later. But what's your take on the whole? Do you think we'll start with the NFL since they haven't even started yet? You think we'll have an NFL season?
Yeah. Yeah, they'll just like baseball is finding a way to make it work, and they pushing through it no matter what.
Right.
Football's gonna do the same. Football is one of those things where it generates a whole lot of money, and whenever there's a whole lot of money, people like to make money.
So, think so?
I don't.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, they do like to make money.
You've seen what? A couple weeks ago, it was like 5 Patriot players came out, said they opting out. These all down, different players, some they opting out, they want to play this season. They have to start training camp.
Yeah, that's true.
So players they'll just move on. So
okay, I'll put it this way. I'll rephrase the question then.
Okay.
Do you think they will finish the NFL season?
I think they will go eventually. I don't think they'll do like baseball and go to a shorter season. I think the football season is what, 16 weeks long?
17 regular season, right? Yeah, 17 regular season, and then you got the playoffs, which is probably about another 4 or 5 weeks, I think I want to say.
Yeah, so I think they'll end up playing half the season and then go right to the playoffs. So they'll cut out all those. I think it'll be mostly divisional games played.
Now that's what I said. See, I don't think they have it. Just like with baseball, I don't think they have their structure yet. Like I want the NFL to happen so bad, especially after what happened to my squad last year. Like we're there, but I don't think they have it in play of exactly how they're gonna do it. Because I'm with you with the whole. I think they should just do strictly divisional games, because it would be there's 4 teams in division, right? So you play 7 games, everybody gets a bye. And I would say you would do NFC, like it would be the NFC West and the NFC North play. Right? No, not the NFC. Yeah, NFC West and NFC North, because they're closer in geography. Yeah, they're close in geography. And then the NFC South and the NFC East, because they're on the East Coast and you can go up and down. Same thing with all the other divisions. I think that's how they should do it. But I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they want to play 17 weeks, and I think we'll get through maybe preseason and 1 week before all of a sudden you see 7, just like with baseball with the Marlins, you see 17 players catch coronavirus, and then you have to miss the whole next week because they got to quarantine for 14 days.
Right. But see, the thing about football is they play each week. At least baseball, you can get in a doubleheader or you can make up games throughout the week. You can't do that. So football's going, if they start, they're going to have to finish. They can't stop. They can't miss games, something like that. So, because if you miss games, there's nowhere to make that game up.
Yeah,
so
that's
what you
true.
do?
Unless if they use that bye week. Unless they use that bye week, if they had a bye week, and I don't know. I think that's why everybody's like, I don't know if we're gonna have an NFL season, because you really don't know the plan, and everybody's like, you can't have a bubble, and I'm like, well, really you can if you really wanted to have a bubble. Like baseball, I think baseball could have had a bubble if they wanted to too. See, baseball, because they're just traveling to states, like you're gonna catch it. Somehow you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. If you're going from Florida and then you're playing the Giants, you're gonna fly all the way to California. You're gonna stop in a state, so you might catch it there and not even realize it. I just don't think.
So if the NFL were to do a bubble, what would be the host city?
That's the thing. Well, I would think you would have to have multiple host cities. I think you would have to have multiple states to do it. Like, I think like if it's on the NFC East, like if it's the NFC East versus the NFC South, I think it should be, I don't know.
See, it got to be somewhere. It got to be somewhere neutral.
Neutral, yeah.
You can't put it in Dallas. All you're gonna get is Cowboys fans. So,
but the thing is, you don't have no fans. Ain't no fans going to these games. So it's not like you're gonna have home field advantage.
So what are they gonna do? Pump in crowd noise like they do in the NBA?
Well, that's what they do in baseball. Well, baseball, I don't think they do that neither. I don't think they do it. I think they do it. I mean, whatever. You have no choice but to do that. To keep it.
Yeah.
To keep it from them being able to hear each other talk.
Yeah.
So
true.
I mean, it will work. You know what I mean? I mean, baseball, they put cardboard fans in the
worst
in the stadiums. You know what I mean?
The worst.
Give it that feel. I know it is.
That's the worst. I thought the NBA and their virtual fans was like, okay,
yeah. You know what? But I saw the NBA and the virtual fan thing, and it's not as bad. It looked. I think it's just because you got to get used to it, because it's nobody's there, but they're there on virtual. But it's actually, I saw somebody on TikTok, I think it was, or I saw it on Instagram, and they showed how he ended up getting on. So you could like he emailed every team trying to figure out how to get on.
Yeah.
And then he got on, but you could watch the Clippers and the Lakers play and be virtual fans right there. And then the Thunder and Heat are playing over here, and you can be a virtual fan there. So you're virtually a fan in both games because they're playing at 2 different arenas.
Bro,
and that's how it goes. I don't know.
It's not for me because I am. It's just like I'm watching it on my TV. I don't need to be there. I don't need to look at my TV and see me watching the game that I'm watching. Like, it's weird, though.
But see, I don't think you watch the TV. I think when you have the laptop.
Yeah.
Unless if you have your TV on on and you see yourself. I think when you have your laptop, it's just the game. There's no, you don't see anything else. You just see the game. And I think that's what those new cameras are for. So you just stay with the game, and then they might do a commercial, and you see them do like Lil Wayne was on the other day and was trying to give the fan next to him a high five, and then you see it, and then you find, which I think that's dope, is celebrities are in it, and then you can happen to sit by a celebrity, and you know what I mean?
I wonder what's the camera angle like? Because if I'm sitting behind the basket, is my view of the game behind the basket?
Yeah, so it would be just like if you were sitting if you was at a game and you sat behind the stands, and because I think it was just because the Mavericks are playing the Clips right now, and I just saw, and someone was at the free throw line, and the Mavericks fan was behind it. Maverick fans were behind the goal, but they're above the goal, and I think that's how they see it. But then it can I think it can also switch. I think when it goes to a different camera, on your laptop or whatever device you're using, it'll flip to that camera angle. I don't know, and I think you got to pay to do the shit too, to be honest.
No, you don't have to pay. I looked that up.
Okay.
It's only, but the thing about it is, it's limited seating.
Yeah.
So like, you got to be, you know how people are. You got to get in there quickly to get tickets. First come, first come. But they got a whole lot of rules too, though. Like, you can't leave your seat for a long period of time, or they'll bump you out the room.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What happens? You got to go to the bathroom.
You better go real quick. Come back.
That's whack.
You can't have signs. It's like really going to a real game. You can't have signs that have stuff on them. You can't be making hand gestures or anything like that. Although you muted, you still can't like curse or nothing like that because you still read your mouth.
Right.
So they got it set up like you're going to a real game. Like you really going to. If you ever go to an NBA game, they give you that list of rules that you cannot do.
Right. Oh, okay.
It's the same thing except you're on a Zoom call.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, but it's free though. It's free though.
It is free. Okay. Yeah, I thought you had to pay for it. I was about to be like, "What, man? I don't want to pay. No. I'm not even actually there."
No.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think the NFL is gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do fans. I think they're gonna be like hockey. See, hockey did a dope bubble. I looked up hockey's bubble, and they're all playing in Canada.
Yeah.
And they got the East and the West. I think Toronto is the host site, and I want to say
maybe like Ontario, something like that. Or
Toronto, Ontario, yeah, for the East Coast, and I think the West Coast. I don't know. It's not Vancouver. I don't think. Is it Vancouver?
It's one of the major.
It's a major city. I don't know if it's Vancouver or if it's Edmonton. How do you say that? Edmonton. Yeah. I don't know if that's it.
Let me see.
Yeah, Edmonton. Yeah, Edmonton is the Western Conference, and then Toronto is for the Eastern Conference.
Oh, okay.
That's good. And the NHL, and I think, me personally, before we hit this commercial break, because we got to pay some bills, I think the NHL bubble is probably, their format is the dopest, I think. You got all the teams in. You got a round robin for the teams that were outside the playoffs. Right. Then you have the top 4 teams in each conferences. I think they chill, and then the bottom 4 play each other, and then whoever wins out of the bottom 4 play the round robin, and then the round robin and the bottom 4 will play the top 4, something like that. But I know they got all teams are in, which is dope to me.
Yeah. Well, NHL had the benefit of sitting back, looking at how Major League Soccer did it, looking at how the NBA did it, and be like, okay, this is, we can take from this, we can take from that, and go like that. Hockey do their own thing all the time anyway. So.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I agree with that.
No, and but they also, the biggest thing about hockey though, they're playing in another country, so their restrictions, Canada's restrictions, dealing with COVID and everything like that, is not. It's more It's more congruent out each Providence. Providence is doing it here in the States, from state to state, from county to county, things are done differently.
Yeah,
so
that is true.
It's just crazy.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right. When we get back,
these bills, man.
Yeah, I know. When we get back, we'll jump into the NBA because that is what is. I'm excited. I'm low-key excited to see what's about to happen. I'm a little upset, but I'm excited.
That's what's up.
Kobe White, Satoransky. They won't go away. Good God. Always in the rearview mirror. Trouble. Loose. Chicago's got it. Oh, no! You're kidding! Oh, stop it! No. Stop it! Zach! Stop it, Zach LaVine! Oh, my goodness! Are you kidding me?
The improbable!
All right, we're back. Again, we still don't know what the podcast is. It's just this episode is just two dudes talking sport. Two dudes talking sports. We'll come up with a new hopefully we'll come up with something soon. TBD term.
Hey, just call it that,
TBD. All right, a TBD podcast. I like that. All right, let's jump into this the NBA season. The NBA season is back.
Okay.
I like the I knew NBA would be able to do what it's doing just because it's AAU style. I mean, that's all they're doing is playing AA. I mean, they're playing AAU basketball. They're in Orlando where AAU tournaments always happen.
True.
I do like the fact that you don't have to wait if it's a doubleheader or triple header. You don't have to wait the 15 minutes because as soon as one game ends, the other game is starting because they're on different courts but in the same area. I love that. So I knew the NBA was going to be able to do what it's doing, like I say, because it's AAU. I just don't like how they're doing the West, where they had the Grizzlies, which is the 8th seed, and then the other teams.
You have the Grizzlies, the Trailblazers, the Kings,
the Pelicans, and the Suns.
Oh yeah, the Suns.
So you got 5 teams who are undefeated with Devin Booker. That dude a problem. Devin Booker is a problem.
But guess what though? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Why?
It doesn't matter. The Suns, they can be undefeated all they want to.
Okay. But the thing is that if they're 2 games within 8th place, then they have a round robin.
See,
that's the thing I don't like.
I think here's the thing. Well, let me jump from first of all, the West needed that though because the West they got teams right there together. The East, on the other hand, the East could have stayed with 8. The East could have went with 4 teams and called it a game. Because after that top 4, after that top 5, nobody really cares about the Eastern Conference.
Right.
Now the West, on the other hand, I mean, because Portland's good. And Portland's right there behind the Grizzlies.
Right.
And the Grizzlies haven't won a game. Did they play today? Well, I don't think they played today.
I don't think they played today neither.
Yeah, so they haven't won a game yet.
Right.
So they're about to drop down, and that's why I agree with what Dane said when the season first started. He said he'll go if he has a chance to play. He has a chance. They fighting for something. He'll go. So the West, that round robin, it's to see. We'll see how the play-in games go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't think whatchamacallit wants to see Portland though. I don't think the Lakers want to see Portland and the AAC.
And that's why I totally agree. I think
that's why. Go ahead.
No, I think the Lakers don't want to see 2 teams.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to see Portland in the first round. They don't want to see Portland in the first round, and they don't want to see Houston early either. Because
hear
me up. Because that small ball lineup is actually working. And I'm just saying. And Anthony Davis, I mean, their center, the thing about the small ball lineup, that center, if they switch on that, he's on an island with James Harden or Westbrook. So who are you going to take with that? So those two teams, Portland and Houston, the Lakers do not want to see them early.
Yeah. I had to get back into it and watch and see how things are going, especially with the whole changing of being in a bubble and if the teams are going to be rusty and everything. Yeah, I know they don't want to see Portland. I know that. Houston too. I can definitely see not seeing Houston. To be honest, I don't even think they want to see Denver. Yo, I've been watching Denver and Michael Porter Jr. Denver's draft picks were smart. They got Bol that was injured. That everybody forgot that was a top prospect before he got injured playing at Oregon. And then Michael Porter Jr. when he was in Missouri and he hurt his back, so he didn't get no burn. I think those two were big. I think this whole bubble thing and the season ending, which I think helped a lot of teams. Same thing with Portland. With Portland getting Nurkic back.
That's the key.
Yeah, he was injured, and then Melo slimmed down, and Melo is back, bro. Melo is back.
Melo never left.
He never left. He never left. But I like skinny Melo. He can move. He move. He's a little shiftier now because he ain't got all that weight on him no more. But I don't think LA wants to see Portland. I don't think LA wants to see Denver neither, because watching Denver, you got Jamal Murray, Porter Jr., you got the Joker, Bol, who's 7'6" with a wingspan of damn near 8 feet. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think that's it. If LeBron don't get a ring this year, LeBron ain't getting a ring no more. This is his only chance.
Let me tell you a secret. LeBron's never getting another ring.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting another. Yeah, I don't.
He's never getting another ring.
Yeah, if he don't get it this year, it's you might as well hack it.
He's not getting it this year. He's going to probably end up losing in the Western Conference Finals.
I think so too.
If
it depends on who they play. Depends on who they play.
If Portland gets in, the Lakers are out in the first round.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah,
they're out in the first round.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree with you. I agree with that 100%. Lakers, if they play Portland, they're guaranteed. I'll go on a limb and say it now. They play Portland, it's guaranteed they lose in the first round. Rather it goes 6 or 7 games, they're losing in the first round. Now, if they play Houston, if they happen to get Houston, I think it'll go 7. But I think LeBron will be able to. I think LeBron and AD will be able to carry them past, because I don't trust Westbrook. And I don't trust James Harden in the playoffs.
Well, see. We haven't seen James Harden have so much rest, and we also haven't seen him kind of slim down a little bit. Slim down. So now Westbrook, I don't trust Westbrook to start shooting threes. He'll jack them up, and I'm like, okay, come on, Westbrook.
Yeah.
But I think the Lakers, their key to success, or their apex, is where Anthony Davis takes them. They will go as far as Anthony Davis takes them. I think LeBron is really LeBron's the best player in the NBA.
Right. Agreed. Yeah.
However, for that team, I think that team star piece or centerpiece needs to be Anthony Davis, because there's not too many centers or power forwards in the league that can slow him down enough to stop him. LeBron, you can isolate LeBron sometimes, and LeBron will isolate himself sometimes. He'll take himself out of the game sometimes, being so passive. But Anthony Davis doesn't do that, so.
Agreed.
The Lakers only go as far as Anthony Davis take them.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can see that. Yeah, the West is it's so jumbled up, man.
So
I don't.
What about the What about the Thunder? What do you think about them?
I like the Thunder. I think they're early. I don't think they're gonna because they're what, a 6 seed right now?
Yeah, no, they're a 5 seed.
They're in the 5, so they're playing the 4. They'll play the 4-5.
Yeah, they'll play the Jazz.
I mean, if they stay at the 5 seed, if they stay at the 5 or 4 seed, I can see them advancing.
You'll see because they'll play the Jazz right now. So you think they could be the Jazz? Yeah, I don't think they'll go no further than that. I think they have a lot of young pieces, a lot of good young pieces.
Right.
So they'll get them there, but I think just like the same thing I was talking a little bit when I talk about the Suns, those young pieces don't. We've seen young players that do well in the playoffs. That's the same thing. That's what's going on with what's this right now. That's what's going on with Memphis right now with Ja. That's the same thing going on with him. He's just young.
I don't think that's it with Memphis. I think the thing with Memphis, just like with some of these other teams, is Memphis had all that momentum, and then it got shut down. And then everybody had all that time to rest, and depending on what you did, which I think a lot of them stayed in shape and got shots up, but I think that momentum died with them. And now you're playing in an environment where you don't have fans. It's an AAU style, and there's no home court advantage. So you have to muster up the not intensity, because the intensity is going to be there, but you gotta get your juices going, because the fans there's no fans to help you get pumped. You got to get that from the bench. You know what I mean? I think that's the problem with Memphis, is I think their momentum shocked them when they had to stop and restart. Because John Morant still, I mean, we all know he got Rookie of the Year, hands down. I don't care what anybody says. Zion can. I rock with Zion, but John Morant is Rookie of the Year. Now, if Zion would have played
more than 9 games,
then we have a different conversation. But you can't. My man John Morant went in, took over Mike Conley, who was the point guard for Memphis, and then took them. And then, well, they're not in the playoffs, but got him to the 8 seed and was balling and averaging 20 and 10. So I gotta give it to him, just the sole fact that he played more games than Zion. Now, if Zion didn't have that issue at the beginning, then we'd probably be having a different discussion about who's Rookie of the Year. But I'd have to – who?
No. It's nowhere – even if Zion had played all games, Ja's impact on the court is way more than what Zion did. Because Zion – Brandon Ingram, he was a perfect. He really what makes that team. Ja makes.
Yeah, Memphis go. Yeah.
So it was.
I agree with that.
It was his. But
no, I agree with that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, John Morant's my guy. I like his whole makeup mentality. He don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Talking shit to Westbrook, like, you better tell him, better let him know who I am. So yeah, I like John Morant. Zion, I think Zion is gonna be a monster. I just think once he loses the weight, once he slims down, I think Zion's gonna be a 2010. He's gonna be a 20, 25, 10, 15 player, because his athleticism is too. His athleticism and his bully ball is too out of this world right now. My man is
okay.
That's the reason why I say that. Now, is he going to turn out to be like a Karl Malone that we thought Blake Griffin was going to turn out to be? Because I think he's a lot better than when Blake Griffin came out. Because Blake Griffin came out, all he could do was just catch alley-oops. He didn't have nothing. At least Zion can put the ball on the floor and get to the rim. At least Zion can step out and maybe get you 2 or 3 threes in a game. Yeah, it might be a set shot, but he's gonna get you a couple of threes, and his first bounce off the floor for a missed shot is too quick. So I think that's why I think he'll be, bar any injuries, that's why I think him and John Morant are gonna be the ones that carry the league for not this generation, but for their rookie class.
But their
rookie class is still nice because, I mean, Porter Jr. came out with them. Bol came out with them. DeAndre Ayton came out with them, right? Didn't DeAndre? No.
I think he came out the year before.
He came out the year before. And Michael Porter Jr. came out the year before, too. That's right. Yeah.
But, Michael, here's the thing about Zion. We've only seen him play with minute restrictions. He's only playing with minute restrictions.
Yeah.
And he's playing with minute restrictions because he's fat. He can't play. He can't run a base. He's fat. He's like Charles Barkley was his first 5 seasons, just fat. For no good reason. Yeah,
but he's on minute restrictions and still getting 24 points in fucking 10 minutes.
Right. So you know what that tells me? He's lazy because he just won't lose the weight.
No, I think
he's still like. Go ahead. And look, he's still like going to McDonald's late at night. That's what it tells me.
Well, I mean, he's a rookie. What do you expect? He didn't know his body. Of course, his body's gonna change. I think once he gets in, I think especially with him being under, like LeBron looking after him and everything, I think he's gonna slowly start eating a certain way. Yeah, right now, yeah, he's 18, 19 years old. Of course, he can eat McDonald's and stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning and still have energy to play at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But I think as time goes, I think he'll be able to. I think he'll slim down. Because look what happened to the Joker. Nobody see that happening. The Joker came back from quarantine, and the Joker damn near don't look like he $180 soaking wet now. You know what I mean? So I think he has the chance to slim down. I think he will. It's just up to him if he really wants to.
I don't want him. I just want him to turn that fat that he got into muscle.
I think he will.
If he turns that into muscle, he could be dominant for years and years and years.
Yeah.
But if he stays in his current condition right now, I don't think his weight can support. First of all, I don't think his knees can support his weight. So I think, and you can tell the way he runs, everything like that. He has a lot of little stuff to do to tweak his game to make him to an all-star player. Because right now he's just getting buckets. I mean, he get buckets, everything like that. But is that really going to get you? We've seen players who can come in and score a whole lot of points, but their team not win.
Yeah, that's true.
Or the team just make it to the playoffs, and that's it. So we've seen that. For him to go to the next level, or for the Pelicans to go to the next level, he's going to have to do something. His body needs some work. So.
Okay. Last on this segment, give me your top. What's your top 8 in the playoffs for the West Coast? Because we'll get into the Eastern Conference next segment. But
for the
West Coast, what is your top 8? Do you see anything changing? Is it going to stay? Because as of now, it's Lakers, Clippers, Denver, Utah, OKC,
the Rockets, Dallas,
Rockets, Dallas, and then Memphis. Do you see anything changing?
Yeah, Memphis is going to drop out, and Portland's going to take that 8th seed.
So you think everything else is going to stay the same besides
everything
the 8th seed?
I think everything else is going to stay the same because they're so far back.
Yeah, because I know the Lakers clinched the 1 seed in the West. I know that. Okay, so yeah, I agree. I mean, OKC and Utah might flip. Maybe they might flip 4 or 5. Houston might get to 5. I don't think they'll get any higher than 5. I think Portland's going to be I think Portland definitely will be an 8 seed. Will definitely be.
I know we're going to jump segments real quick, but the Clippers, they need to win because they don't want to drop down. They don't want to drop down. No. They don't want to drop down to the 3 seed. They want to stay right at the 2 seed because if they drop down to the 3 seed, that means
Houston's
in that next
there.
round. Yeah, so they want to stay right where they are, where they have a little smoother ride.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're not all together because they haven't played together.
Yeah, I don't think they're. Yeah, true. I still don't want to. I still wouldn't. I'd still. Yeah, it might be bumpier if they play the Rockets, but I'll still take PG-13 and Kawhi Leonard defense against their offense against James Harden and Westbrook. I'm fine with them two guarding Westbrook and Harden. Because you ain't got to really worry about Westbrook. You just got to worry about Westbrook getting to the rim. I'll let Westbrook take about 3 or 4 or 5 jump shots. That's fine. I ain't worried about him. I'm not worried about him behind the arc. But, yeah, I agree, though. I think they would rather have – I mean, of course, in the playoffs, you'd rather have a higher seed than majority of the time. You know what I mean? Now, if it's it's too late for the Lakers. I know the Lakers kind of wish, damn, if Portland get the 8 seed, shit, we should drop to the 2 seed and play Dallas.
Yeah.
So,
but that's your – but I don't – that's my take on the West, though.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Well, when we get back, we'll jump into the East, where the East is pretty much self-explanatory. I don't think anything's gonna.
Hey, the Hornets are in. The Hornets are in the East. There we go. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it when we get back.
First overall, Tim Conley. And what about that block? Zion from the weak side. Hey. That'll get them up on their feet.
Hey, can somebody from the 15th row throw that ball back on the court, please? We got to keep the game going.
He looks like he's back at Duke with that block.
Man.
We are back at the TBD Podcast, as Jamal says. I say 2 guys talking sports for the time being, but TBD Podcast until we come up with a name. Hopefully we will have a name by the next episode. I don't know yet. so as of now, we are called TBD Podcast.
Hey, if y'all got a name for us,
shoot us an email. You know what I mean? We'll have our emails and email address and our IG at the end of this, so y'all can let us know. Because I mean, to be honest, I'll stick with TBD Podcast.
Oh yeah.
I'll
stick because I got a logo in my head and everything for TBD right now.
See what I'm saying? See, we might have to stick with that. Now we're back. We're going to jump into the East, which is – we already know the East is pretty much self-explanatory. I don't think anything's going to change.
No.
I mean, your top 2 is going to be Milwaukee, Toronto. I'll put it this way. The top 3 ain't changing. Milwaukee, Toronto. Yeah, Milwaukee, Toronto, and Boston's going to stay the same. It's just that 4 – the 4 through the 6 seed is what can jump around a lot. I don't know why Washington is there. I don't understand why Washington even. I don't even know why they decided to bring them to the bubble. That was just retarded. And then the 7 and 8, Brooklyn and Orlando can flip-flop.
Well, yeah, because Brooklyn has nobody. Well, I don't want to say they have nobody, but
they don't have no superstars. You can say it. They ain't got no superstars.
They got good, excellent role players.
Yeah,
but no superstars. So.
Yeah, they don't have a guy that can. Well, I mean, LeVert can get you a bucket in the clutch, but they don't have that go-to superstar like everybody else does. I don't think anybody. I think Milwaukee's going to come out of the East.
No.
See, who do you think? Who?
Toronto.
Yeah, I think. I can see
it'll
Toronto.
Be them to the finals again, and I think that
Think the Raptors got something to prove because they ain't got Kawhi.
Yeah, and I think more so that Milwaukee is a good regular season team, and they struggle.
Again, you got to remember. Yeah, but again, you got to remember there's no home court advantage, so you staying at the same arena.
It has nothing. That's the thing about it, because it has nothing to do with them having a home court advantage. It just has to do with their players. And when you have time to really build out a game plan for them, if their game plan is so simple to beat them, especially if you're gonna be playing them in a bubble night to night, you're gonna be seeing these players and everything like that.
Yeah.
All you got to do is really just stop. And I don't think West Ham's gonna. I don't know. Is he hurt? I don't know. Is Middleton hurt or not? Because I don't.
No. He played tonight.
He played tonight. Okay.
Oh, what? He played tonight and got buckets. Boy, don't be sleeping on Middleton.
No, that's the thing. I didn't know if he played or not. I don't think he played the other night.
Yeah, Middleton dropped. Middleton dropped 33 tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, he dropped 33 tonight with 8 assists. They won by 15. They won by 15 or 14. They beat Milwaukee.
They beat the Lakers, didn't they?
No, they beat the Heat tonight.
Oh, the Heat was winning that game when I fell asleep on it.
Yeah. But I heard the Heat were up by 23 points.
Yeah, but my thing is my only thing I don't like about Milwaukee is their star player. I like my star player to have a shot, to have a jump shot, and Giannis, although he's still growing and still development, he still struggles from shooting outside.
I think if they don't win the championship, he's leaving. If he don't win the championship, I would not be shocked if he ended up going west and going to Golden State for a year or 2 years and then leaving. I would not be shocked, bro. I would not be shocked.
I don't think I've never not watched a season of basketball, but I would not watch. I don't think I would watch a season if he goes out there and join the Warriors.
I would. I'd have to because the Warriors play basketball. They play ball. They play basketball like it's supposed to be played. That's why I wasn't mad when Kevin Durant left because you saw Durant. All everybody knew for Kevin Durant was just scoring. When he went to Golden State, you saw he could, which he was already a facilitator anyway, but you saw that more from him, and you saw him play defense.
So
that's what I'm saying.
If he goes to the Warriors, that means it'll be Steph Curry,
Clay,
Wiggins, Giannis, and Draymond.
That ain't our fault. That's not the Warriors' fault that they know how to.
And I think it's not our fault.
And just even though we're done with the West, I do want to say one thing about the Warriors. They better not sleep on Wiggins.
Yeah.
Now they better not sleep on Wiggins now because he's around veteran players, and he has to play a certain different style. And I think that he's going to benefit from playing with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. I think his game is going to change a lot. That's my 2 cents for the Warriors.
I know your Timberwolves of your team, but I think that's the place where all players go to die, and they They go to die in Minnesota.
Yeah, once KG left, we went downhill. We were straight for a little bit with Kevin Love, and then Kevin Love, which I like our players right now. You know, I like Russell, D'Angelo Russell, and Karl Anthony Towns. I just don't think it. I don't know if they get Devin Booker, then we can start talking. Because them three want to play together. But I digest on the West.
Yeah.
So do you see with the East? Because Ben Simmons is injured.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is out. So Philly, I don't think Philly's going to get past the first. No, I take that back. If I was Boston, I would purposely lose. I don't know how many games are left, but I would purposely lose the last 3 games or however many games and drop from the 3 seed to the 4 seed so I could play Indiana. That's what I would try to do. Because if Philly plays Boston, Philly's winning that series. Well, I think so. Well, I like Tatum, but I just don't. Depending on if Ben Simmons comes back straight. I like Boston. It's just that Kemba Walker. They need Kemba Walker to be healthy.
Yeah.
They need Kemba Walker to be healthy. But I love Jason Tatum. I think Jason Tatum is going to be a bona fide perennial all-star in the years to come, and you can see it. But I think they need Kemba Walker because Kemba Walker at the point guard position can get you buckets.
Right.
He's a go-getter. So
I think that go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You saying you think what now?
I think that's a good strategy for them. However, I so desperately want to see Jimmy Butler and TJ Ward battle for 4 to 5 games out.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I just want to see them on the court. Whoever's running the bleep machine that day is going to have it on full foot. I just want to see that matchup, but that is a perfect strategy for Boston because they don't want to see they don't.
I don't think they want to see Philly. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah,
Ben Simmons or not.
Yeah. I don't think so neither. 4 or 5 seed. Yeah, I would love. Now that you mentioned it, I would love to see Jimmy and TJ Warren. TJ Warren been getting buckets since he got to the boat too, so he on one.
Yeah.
I think if it does stay the way it stays, the seeding stays the way it stays, I think Miami, if the seeding stays the way it stays, and Miami beats Indiana,
okay.
I don't think Milwaukee will get to the finals. I think Miami will end up beating Milwaukee. If that 1-4 seed meet, if Miami stays at the 4 and they beat Indiana in the 5 seed, I think they will beat Milwaukee in the 4. I think you'll end up having Miami. I think you'll end up having Miami and Toronto, and that's how Toronto will get to the finals this year. Because I really think if Milwaukee plays Toronto in the finals, I think Milwaukee's going to win it. I think Giannis is at a point where in his career where he got MVP last year, and now he knows no one can stop him. Yeah, he needs to get a jump shot or work on his 3. He does need to work on his 3. I agree with that. And he needs to stay out of foul trouble because the last few games I've seen, he's gotten in foul trouble quickly. Or not quickly, but he got 5 fouls with like 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and you don't need that. So if he stays out of foul trouble, I just think he's on a mission to the point where he has to get to the finals. Yeah. And I think if they meet Toronto, they would do it. But if they meet Miami in that second round, I think Miami would either beat them in 6 or 7, or it would go 7 games and it would tire out Milwaukee. Milwaukee would have nothing else left in the tank in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I can see that happening. Because like I keep saying, I just don't believe in Milwaukee. I just don't believe in them as a team.
Yeah.
I just don't believe in them. So, I mean, I think the team in the East, the cream of the crop, is the Raptors. I think even without Kawhi, Spicy Piece. I mean, what's his name? Piazza Siakam. He stepped up. Fred VanVleet stepped up. Kyle Lowry. Yeah, Kyle Lowry stepped up. So I think they're good players. They're role players stepped up in the absence. Like, hey, no, we can still play defense, be elite on defense.
Yeah, fact.
And shut teams down. Because I like Siakam over Giannis in that matchup. So
yeah, that would be a good matchup. Damn, that would be a nice matchup. Who did Milwaukee lose to last year?
I think they lost to Philly last year.
They did lose to Philly. Yeah, that's right. Because Philly played Toronto to get to the finals. That's right.
So, and I think, and you know what? Here's the thing. Well, who did Giannis match up with in that matchup though? Because,
I think they ended up. What was that? The 2019 playoffs?
Yeah.
I think they played. No, wait. Was it them? Hold on. Let me look it up. I'm about to.
Yeah. Get the fact checkers out. But
No, they lost to Toronto. That's right. They lost to Toronto because Kawhi put Giannis on lock because Kawhi couldn't do nothing. Or not
right.
Kawhi, Giannis couldn't do nothing. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Because Milwaukee was leading the series. Milwaukee was leading the series and ended up Milwaukee was leading 2-0 because they won at home, and then then they lost 4 straight. Then Toronto lost 4 straight. I'm not Toronto. My fault. Milwaukee lost 4 straight.
So what that tells me is if you put a elite defender on Giannis, Milwaukee can't do anything. And the problem in the East is there's not a whole lot of elite defenders, especially at that position, to guard him. So,
yeah. I forgot Portland got to the finals last year.
Yep.
I forgot they played Golden State. They played Golden State in the finals last year. Damn. And that was without Carmelo and Nurkic.
Yes. And if Nurkic was in there, if I like to call it, was in there.
Yeah, it would have been a different ballgame.
It probably been a 6-game series. They wouldn't have got swept.
Yeah, they wouldn't have got swept. No, they wouldn't have got swept. Nah, it probably would have went 6 or 7. And they could have probably pulled it off because Kevin Durant didn't play.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
Kevin Durant didn't play until he got to the finals. And that was the 3rd game of the finals he played. When he hurt him. No, it was game 6. Game 5 or 6 when he hurt himself. Yeah, I agree. I don't think anything is going to change.
Yeah.
I do like that Toronto I do like that Toronto matchup. Going to the finals. I don't like – once you mentioned, I just don't like that Milwaukee. I do – and they got the players, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Milwaukee got the squad. They have the squad to get to the final. It's just Toronto's been battle-tested. And the thing with Toronto I want to see is who is going to be your shot taker in crunch time. Is it going to be Siakam or is it going to be Kyle Lowry? That's what I want to know. When it comes down to the crunch time, me personally, I think Siakam should be it. I think Siakam should be your guy that either creates for somebody else or gets to the bucket and gets the last shot. Because Kyle Lowry, he's one game he'll give you 25, and then the next game he might give you 9 points. He might not show up. So that's the only thing I worry about Toronto. Other than that, I know they got a great coach. They got a great defense. It's just when it comes down to last shot, who's taking it? Last year, you knew who it was. It was Kawhi, obviously, because what he did against Philly. So you know it's Kawhi at the end. It was Kawhi all day. So that's the only thing I worry about with Toronto is who's going to be that. Because each team, you know who's going to be the go-getter. Milwaukee, Giannis. Boston, Tatum. Miami, Jimmy Butler. Indiana, the way T.J. Warren playing, it could be T.J. Warren or Victor Oladipo. Philly, Joel Embiid. Brooklyn, LeVert. And then Orlando, you got several people to be that. So that's the only thing I worry about with Toronto.
You're still going to take the last shot?
Yes, who's going to be that one that takes the last shot? Or are you going to be a team, or is it going to be like a team thing and whoever has the best shot?
Well, your star player is supposed to have the best shot and supposed to make the best play.
Yeah.
So if you're a star player, who's that star player? Because
probably Siakam. For Toronto, probably Siakam.
Yeah, for Siakam, because he can. You want the player who can either shoot off the dribble or dribble and drive. That's what you want.
Right.
And if he can't, and if your player can't do that, then he shouldn't have the ball for the last shot. I think Siakam does give you that though. He gives you that, and he may win Most Improved if Bam Adebayo doesn't win it for he might win the Most Improved Player again. So
okay, agreed. So I can say we are in agreement that the top 8 is going to stay the way it stays. Maybe might be a little bit of shakeup between the 4 and the 5. the 4 through 6 seed, there could be a shakeup. I don't think it's going to change too much. I think maybe Milwaukee might go, or Miami might go to 5, and then Indiana goes to 4. Those two might flip-flop, but that's the only thing I can see that will flip-flop. I think everything else, I think Philly's going to stay stuck at the 6 seed. I think Brooklyn stays at the 7, and Orlando stays at the 8. Yeah, I think that's the only thing. I think 4 and 5 could flip-flop. I think that's the only thing that will happen in the East is those two flip-flop.
Yeah. And like I said earlier, the East could have really just been 6 teams. They didn't really need the Nets and Orlando or Washington in there. Just breathing in the air just taking up space.
That's what I don't get. Why did Washington go there, but Charlotte wasn't?
Because everybody don't want to see these horrible teams play. That's the thing.
Because that's what I don't get. Because Charlotte was. Oh, that's why. See, that's what. So Washington had the chance to compete for the 8. Because now I'm looking at the seeding, and because Washington lost so many games that Charlotte ended up being a higher seed, even though they were eliminated.
Right. But see, that's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. Washington. I don't know why Bradley Beal didn't come. I don't know why Bradley Beal didn't come to the bubble.
Oh, because of family reasons.
The family.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I can't think of the white guy's name on their team, but he didn't come because he's in the contract year. So, what's that guy's name for them? Hold on.
For which team?
For the Wizards.
The white boy.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I know you're talking about the white boy.
But he didn't come because either and then we know we don't know when John Wall's going to touch the basketball court again.
Yeah,
so.
you're talking about Bertans, Davis Bertans.
Yeah, Bertans.
Yeah.
So he didn't come back because he's in a contract year. And he wants to save himself just in case he gets injured.
Yeah, which makes sense. Right,
yeah, makes sense.
We know that the standing, so that ain't changing.
Yeah, that's not changing at all. So
that ain't gonna change. Okay.
But I think the East is actually, although it may not look like it, but they're getting more. The West used to be just so dominant. It used to be all about the West Coast team. I think the East is starting to have.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
A good balance of teams. It's just that at the bottom of the East is just so bad.
Yeah.
My Bulls included, that it just makes them seem worse than they are. Now, if Giannis leaves,
right.
If he leaves to go out west, it may be back to business as usual for the East.
Facts. Well, before we head out, we take one last bill paying thing, and then we will wrap the first episode of TBD.
There we go. TBD Podcast.
We'll be right back. That girl in there crying up a storm.
What's Tasha?
Nah, Tasha's doing her hair. So she in the crib crying. I'll go get her in a minute.
Man, go get my baby at that crib. Is she still in 12 months or is she?
No, she's in 12 months. No, she's 12 months, 1T, 2T. I don't know. The girl's growing. It's weird.
Okay, so I just go up a size then.
Yeah,
Make sure I buy bigger.
So. Yeah, I would buy bigger just to be on the safe side.
She already got Moana sheets and all that. You already got all that.
Yeah, she got not the sheets, but she got all her party stuff out the way. So it's coming quick.
Yeah, it is very quickly. It's like in 2 weeks. I can't believe you're a dad of a 1-year-old.
I know, right? It's a trip. It definitely is a trip.
Okay.
All right. We'll come back. We'll end it on. We'll end it with the NFL or not NFL, NCAA football with what they got going on. Then we can call the episode. All right. Back on TBD Podcast. Sure, your boy Reggie. You know, Jamal. You know what I'm saying? We in there. Before we head out, just wanted to get your quick thought on the NCAA football with what they got going on, because you know the Pac-12 did has their unity. I think the Big Ten just did theirs, where they're demanding these conferences and ADs to do something about making sure they're safe. Do you think they'll end up having a season? Oh, and we know UConn canceled their season, their football season.
Yeah.
So UConn is definitely not having. So do you think there's going to be do you think NCAA football is going to happen, or do you think a lot of these players are going to end up saying, you know, F it? Because some of them have already said, look, I'm going to opt out. I'm just going to worry about the 2021 NFL draft.
Right.
So,
well, there's a two-part thing to this, because I was watching Paul Farber, whatever his name is, the white guy with bald-headed glasses. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
mm-hmm.
And he was saying how the NCAA doesn't control the Power 5 conferences.
Right.
So that means the Power 5 conferences are doing their own thing. Each one, ACC, SEC, Big 10, Big 12, and the Pac are all doing their own thing. That's why there's no control. That's why you see some playing out of conference. You see some playing conference games only, and you see like the ACC, I believe the Big 10 or maybe the Big 12, they're playing one out of conference game. So with that being said, yes, there will be a season because each individual conference wants to make money. And if you look at it, a lot of times we colleges, the football program pays
the money's everything
pays
else.
For everything else on that campus.
Yeah.
I was looking at it was last year I looked at for LSU.
Mm-hmm.
The football team made I think like $20 million, which allowed them to pay in every other sport from basketball on down to golf. Made no money. They operate in the red the whole season. And football made so much money, they was able to cover the athletic department.
Okay,
so with that being said, they have to have it. I think once the students come on campus, I don't know, because we were in college and we know.
Look. They'll start. Look, they'll start. That's one sport that the NCAA will start a season, but once the kids get on campus, these college students, they worry about no damn social distance. There's going to be parties left. There's going to be parties left and right, and it's gonna bump up.
That first night on campus is gonna be a welcome back party.
Yeah, facts.
It's somebody's door, and then boom.
No, facts. I agree with you 110 on that one. I like that they got a voice, though. I like that they're demanding.
Yeah.
I do like they got a voice and demanding, hey, this is what it's going to take for y'all to get us to play because we're not getting paid, so they can opt out and it ain't going to hurt their pockets. They ain't worrying about it. So, yeah, I think it will start, but I think, like, by week 3 or 4, they're going to kind of have to be like, we're going to have to shut this down. Because they're gonna, like you said, I don't think they're gonna be able to part. Now, but they still, how are you gonna get the NFL? How are you gonna get the NCAA teams to be the student athletes to be in a bubble away from students? It's just not.
If you stop calling them student athletes, it's just start calling them athletes and amateur players and pay them, you can have a bubble.
Facts.
But if you want to make believe that they're student athletes and they're students first, then there's no way you can have a bubble. If you want to quantify them as students first. So
facts. I agree with that. Yeah, that's well said. Yeah, I agree with that 110.
I think the NCAA, when it comes to mainly football, a little bit of basketball, they try so hard to make it seem that make it seem like they're here for the students, but when really it's kind of like your HR department at your job. They're really to protect the company, not you.
Yeah, facts.
That's what the NCAA is. The commissioner and all that, they're really there to protect the conferences and the ADs and things like that. They're really not there for the players.
Yeah.
So once the normal students get back on campus, they're gonna have to do some serious and shut it down, because even at a small, I know some of these smaller conferences, the 52 schools, things like that, they have stopped doing football and things like that, or postpone football to the spring. That may be a good idea. But the thing about that is, you can't tell 18, 19, 20-year-olds to social distance while they're on the college campus. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Not, so.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen. Yeah, we're definitely in new times and in a new way of life. We're definitely in that.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. I agree with that. 110. I don't think. Yeah, we all know how the NCAA operates.
Yeah.
We know that from the jump street. Well, that's the first episode of TBD Podcast, yo. The first episode.
The podcast, the No Name Podcast.
Yeah. Well, yeah. TBD. If we come up with a name, if y'all come up with a name for us, we'll see what's up. But TBD is the podcast. Do the logo. Let me see what the logo look like. TBD Podcast. I like that. That's dope. That's clean. Well, this is episode 1, pilot. And what's up?
Now I was gonna say, now we've been on this call for an hour?
Yeah.
Don't expect everyone to be an hour, people.
Oh, no. Don't expect that. Don't expect that. 45 minutes and less. That's what I'm shooting for. And like I said, this is the episode. This is TBD Podcast. We're just talking sports, anything sports related. That's what we're talking about. Shit. If I see something crazy about field hockey, shit, I might throw field hockey into the damn thing. Who knows? But what it is we talking sports news related, anything sports. And like I said, it's the first episode. I feel good.
Episode 1.
Y'all be good. We'll come up with things.
Right,
like I said, I'm not a jazz fan. I just like the hat.
Yeah, he's a jazz fan. It's
just a nice hat. All right, my guy. Niner gang. We already know what it is. Oh my God. Get it out of here. Y'all be good. Peace.
All right, y'all.